In this video, we shall learn all the important mountain ranges lying in the peninsular region of India. The important mountain ranges are Aravali Range, Vindhya Range, Satpura Range, Mahadev Hills, Michael Hills, Kaimur Hills, Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat, and the Nilgiri Mountains. Let us study about them in detail. Coming to the first one, and that is Aravali Range. Well, it is one of the oldest fold mountains of the world and the oldest in India. It extends in the southwest to northeast direction. They run for about 800 kilometers, right from Palanpur in Gujarat up to Delhi. Actually, they continue up to Haridwar, but we cannot see because they are buried under the alluvium of Ganga plains. Now, the main block of Aravali is represented by hills between Mount Abu and Ajmer. Towards the northeast, the height of these hills decreases and they also appear more or less as a chain of broken hills. Its general elevation is only 400 to 600 meters, with few hills well above 1000 meter. Now, due to the erosion by headwaters of Banas River along the eastern slopes and the Luni River along the western slopes, the Aravali hills have receded considerably. Now, this has resulted in narrowing of the Aravali range in the central part. Now, these hills form a part of the water divide in this region. Aravalis can be divided into three different regions, and they are the Northeast Aravali Range, the Central Aravali Range, and the Southern Aravali Range. The Northern Aravali Range is in the form of isolated hills of Alwar and Jaipur and right up to Delhi. The Central Aravali Range is covered by the districts of Ajmer, Southwest Tong, Jaipur, and in Jaipur it mainly consists of Shekhavati lower hills and Marwar hills. The Southern Aravali Range consists of the districts of Udaipur, southeast margin of Pali, Dungarpur. The Southern Aravali Range is further divided into two regions, and they are the Mewar Rocky region and the Abu Block. The famous hill station on this range is Mount Abu, which is 1158 meters high. Then the highest peak is Guru Shikhar, and the height is 1722 meters. That is Sirohi district of Rajasthan. This mountain range is a source for three important rivers, and that is River Luni, Sabarmati, and Banas. Then comes the Vindhya range. It spreads from the eastern part of Gujarat right up to Bihar for a distance of about 1100 kilometers. Vindhya range has a steep slope on the southern side and a gentle slope on the northern side. The southern margin of this range defines the edge of Narmada. The altitude of this range is about 300 to 650 meters. Though in a few places the altitude exceeds 900 meters and it does not have many peaks. The northern slopes of Vindhya range are quite gentle. The northern slopes of Vindhya range are drained by the river Mahi, Chambal, Kali Sindh, Parvati, Betwa, Dassan, Ken. Amarkantak is the highest elevation of Vindhya range with a height of 1048 meters situated in the dense forest regions of Madhya Pradesh. Amarkantak is also the meeting point of two major mountain ranges, that is the Vindhyas and the Satpuras along the Michael Hill range of Chhattisgarh. Next comes the Satpura, Mahadev and Michael range. Now, this is a group of ranges that extends in an east-west direction and forms the northern edge of the Deccan Plateau. The Satpura range is a series of seven mountains, and that's why the word Sat means seven and Pura means mountains. Satpura range starts from eastern Gujarat and extends eastward for a distance of 900 meters. It occupies the area between Narmada and Tapi rivers. The highest peak on this range is Dhupghar, which is 1350 meters, and it lies near Panchamari, which is a hill station. Its continuity is broken in the central part, and this gap provides an access to North India, and it is popularly known as Barhanpur Gap. Mahadev is the eastern extension of Satpuras and can be seen in the form of Mahadev and Michael ranges situated in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh respectively. The Michael Hills are an eastern part of the Satpuras in Kavardha district of Chhattisgarh. They extend roughly in a north-south direction and forms a divide between Narmada and Mahanadi river basins. Now the three major river systems, that is Narmada, Mahanadi and Vainganga, collect their headwaters from this hill complex. Then comes the Kaimur range. Kaimur range is the eastern portion of the Vindhya range. It's about 483 kilometers long and has a maximum width of around 80 kilometers, extending from around Katangi in Jabalpur district of Madhya Pradesh to around Sasaram in Rohtas district of Bihar. It passes through the Rewa and Mirzapur districts. The range never rises more than a few hundred meters above the surrounding plains. Then comes the great Western Ghats. The Western Ghats extend in a north-south direction, right from Salhar Muller Peak, or even we can say Tapi Valley, right up to Kanyakumari in the south. They form the western edge of the Deccan tableland. The elevation of these ghats decreases from south to north, and it is approximately 1600 kilometers long. The Western Ghats can be classified as the northern, central, and the southern parts. The northern part covers the area bordering Maharashtra Plateau. The central part forms the western boundary of Karnataka Plateau, and the southern part is Annamalai Hills. Talking about the northern section. The northern section of the Ghats extend from Tapi Valley to a little north of Goa. The average height of this section of the Ghat is 1200 meters above mean sea level. The highest peak in this region is Kalsubai. There are passes which provide passage by road and rail between the Konkan plains in the west and the Deccan Plateau in the east through Thalghat and Bhorghat. The important hill stations in this region are Matheran, Mahabaleshwar and Panchgani. This region is also referred to as Sahyadri. The branches of Sahyadri extend into Maharashtra in the form of Satmala, Ajanta, Harishchandra, Balaghat and Mahadev hills. Then comes the middle Sahyadri. It runs from 16 degree north latitude up to Nilgiri hills. This part is made up of rocks such as granite and gneiss. This area is covered with dense forest and the average height is 1200 meters. The important peaks in this region are the Vavul Mala, Kudremukh and Pashpagiri. Now we come to the southern section. The southern part of the Western Ghat is separated from the main Sahyadri range by Palaghat Gap. The high ranges terminate abruptly on either side of this gap. The Palaghat Gap is a rift valley. This gap is used by a number of roads and railway lines to connect the plains of Tamil Nadu with the coastal plains of Kerala. South of the Palakad Gap, there is an intricate system of steep and rugged slopes on both the eastern and western sides of the Ghats. Annai Mudi is the highest peak of Western Ghats. Now there are three ranges that radiate in different directions from Annai Mudi. These three ranges are Anna Malai to the north, Palani to the northeast, and the Cardamom Hills or the Ellamalai Hills to the south. In the northern Ghats, we have basalt as the main rock. In the central, we come across granite and granitic gneiss or some of the meta-sedimentary rocks. In the extreme south, granite or granitic gneiss dominates this region. Now, in all the three parts, one more common rock formation is seen, and that is laterites. And laterites are rich in iron and bauxite. The Western Ghats form the source region of peninsular rivers like Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. The Western Ghat acts as a divide between the rivers flowing to the Arabian Sea and those flowing into the Bay of Bengal. Then we come to the Eastern Ghats. Now, Eastern Ghats is an independent mountain system. It is more or less a worn out and discontinuous mountain range. It extends from Tamil Nadu in the south to Odisha in the north. The mountain ranges run parallel to the coast, and it has been breached by all the major peninsular rivers flowing eastward. Now, again, Eastern Ghats can be divided into following sections, that is northern, central, and the southern part. The northernmost part lies in Odisha, central part in Andhra Pradesh, and the southern part in Tamil Nadu. Simlipal can be taken as the northernmost significant hill complex of the Ghat. The Eastern Ghats have peaks like Malayagiri and Mahendragiri. Then Zindagada is the highest peak situated in Araku district of Vishakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. We have one more peak named as Armakonda. The Eastern Ghats in Andhra Pradesh are quite prominent except for the area between the Krishna and the Godavari rivers. Within this narrow belt, the Eastern Ghats appear as low isolated hillocks. To the south of river Krishna are the ranges of Nallamala, Vellikonda, Palakonda, which run roughly in a north-south direction. Now, the southernmost section of the Eastern Ghat are the low Sirumalai and Karanthamalai hills in South Tamil Nadu. The Eastern Ghats are supposed to be physiographically converging with the Western Ghat in the Nilgiri hills.